AEW Full Gear is coming up, and this entire time, Jon Moxley and the Death Rider have been carrying around the world title we think it's the world title in a briefcase, in a box of sorts. And Marina Shafir around her neck is a chain with a key on the end. Trevor. A couple of years ago, all I'm going to say, and I just want to get your thoughts on this. A couple of years ago, there was a certain man who walked back into WWE around 2016 in the lead up to Mania, who claimed to have a lockbox on a certain former chairman of the board of WWE. We never got a payoff to that story, and apparently there was never a scheduled payoff to that story. It was just something that was said.
Right.
I am not promising anyone that Shane is coming. I am not going to say that. I know better than that now. But there's a part of me that is looking at the key, that's looking at that lockbox that's they're carrying around, that has me thinking maybe it's a red herring. Maybe it's not the world title.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something bigger, and it involves that person who was talking about the lockbox a couple of years ago, Shane McMahon.
So, okay, so you know what? Now my brain's working.
Cook.
So, what if you're right? And honestly, that's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. What if you're right? What if Orange Cassidy does win? But there's no title. So technically, it doesn't change hands. So Moxley is still in control of it. He's still doing what he's doing with AEW, and the secret man pulling the strings comes out the shadows, and he has the title.
Look, you see this? The contemplating on my beard. You got me excited. Look at it. Woo, Trevor, you cooking. Bro, I think there's definitely a concept there. That'd be like you're saying someone wins, right? Like let's say Orange Cassidy at Full Gear. Let's say it's Full Gear. So Orange Cassidy wins, opens the thing, and instead of there being the title in there, there's a contract.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And out walks Shane with the world title, hands it to Mox, and then he walks into Dynamite. You know, the name on the contract doesn't say Khan. There's no Tony here. It's me. And you could do a thing where you could do a storyline where hey man, play into the haters. Part of this AEW WBD TV rights deal was Warner Brothers Discovery got a piece of AEW. There you go. Warner Brothers Discovery got a piece of AEW. Shane McMahon is the representative who owns that piece. He was the investor. He was the guy. He was the silent investor. Let him cook. Let him cook. And
just let him cook.
Now he and Tony Khan are sharing responsibilities for AEW booking. Ain't nobody give a poop about the EVP storyline. This is a story that people care about.
This is what's making headlines. This is what makes sense. This a lot of my buddies stopped watching AEW and started watching it again once they found Jon Moxley doing this. I was like, yes, this
I don't
is
care.
Definitely worth
Tony, offer that man 10 million, 20, 30, maybe not 40, but $30 million. Offer him a lot. Offer him a lot. Dubla said, didn't TNA already do an angel investor? Everyone's already done this. WWE's look, it is one of those things that's just a trope that happens in pro wrestling. It's one of those things where it's with wrestling, it's like The Simpsons. Simpsons have done basically everything there is to do, right? But you can't not do it because it's already been done, but you just have to do it interesting and in a better, unique way. This, I think, could accomplish that.
I mean, because here's the thing: if you really want to be honest, every wrestling trope has been done 1,000 times.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
There really isn't anything that's fresh that hasn't been done before in wrestling. Like even the Bloodline storyline has been done before, differently, but it's been
You
done
tell
before.
me, they are not the only family in professional wrestling. There is more than one family. Wrestling has more than one royal family. The silent investor. Yeah, I say that. Say that he cashed in some stock. He cashed in whatever, and like throw it back to that, man. Because like we all know how the invasion story ended. That was a bad storyline. It was a horrible storyline looking back. Amazing hype. The amazing hype at the beginning, and it fizzled out so quick. We got Ryan saying no way that Orange Cassidy wins. I don't think he wins either, but I'm telling you, bro.
And so I don't think he wins either, but it would be a very interesting storytelling.
I'm gonna say, Trev, World's End. I'm marking. I'm a mark. I'm such a mark. Like, but it's one of those things. Do you believe in? Do you like? Stop. Do you dare to dream out there? Stop being cynical, wrestling fans. Just accept something. accept the hype.
I mean, Full Gear is cool. You can do the Full Gear too, but World's End is probably.
I think World's End would be more likely. Look, that first show in December or in January, it's going to be a big show. It's going to be your debut with your new TV contract. A lot of change-ups happening in production.
I mean, because Tony's been talking about big changes. Tony's been talking about big things.
Oh, man, I hope so too. Oh. I'm a geek. I'm a mark, but I am what I am.